Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our BIMQ webinar today. I hope you can hear me and can see my screen. This week we organize different webinars as part of our internal BIMQ World. And today we want to show you the workflow with Revit. At the beginning, I would like to introduce myself and the speaker of today, Carsten Klempin. Carsten Klempin is BIM consultant, and he also developed BIMQ. So he is an expert in BIMQ and in Revit. And my name is Franziska Welte. I'm also a BIM consultant at AEC3 and familiar with BIMQ through the use in different projects. Before we start with the live presentation in BIMQ, I would like to give you a short introduction, especially for those who are not familiar with the platform. At the beginning of a project, we have to define the exchange information requirements. And in these EIR relevant questions have to be answered. One question is how to determine the quality of the information, how to generate information with quality, how to validate the quality of the information, and can the checked information be used in a reliable manner? Yes, and BIMQ offers a solution to all these relevant questions. Our approach is to present data well organized, to build up BIM standards dynamically, to make guidelines evaluable, and BIMQ is a cloud-based platform, so all participants of a project can view and edit the requirements that were made for the project or in BIMQ, and so teamwork is possible. Here in this picture, you can see the interaction between BIMQ, the software products, and the checking tools. BIMQ you can find next to the EIR and BEP. And from the beginning, all requirements are defined in BIMQ. And on the one hand, it is possible to export all the defined requirements to the software products like Revit, Provi, Allplan, or Archicad. And the BIM modeler has the chance to use all the definitions that have been made in BIMQ. And on the other hand, checking rules can be exported. Therefore, the models have to be exported as an Ifc file from the BIM software, and then these Ifc files can be imported to the checking tools, for example, Solibri, DSite, or BIM Collab. And in the checking tools, the models can be checked with the rules that were exported from BIMQ. Here you can see the workflow in Revit as a short overview. In BIMQ, the project guideline is created, and yeah, the mappings were made, for example. And in BIMQ itself, there are different options for exporting the requirement to Revit. One option is the shared parameter file, and another option is the component parameter file. And this component parameter file is especially needed for the EIR editor, which is a plugin for Revit. And then the model is created in Revit, and all the attributes are added to the elements. And in the end, the Revit model can be exported as an IFC file. Here you can see the BIMQ outputs. One output are the reports. So all requirements can be exported and can be used, for example, as an appendix for the EIR. Another output is that the requirements can be exported to the different software products like Revit. And checking rules can be exported to the different checking tools. Okay, and at this point, I would like to hand over to my colleague. If there are questions, you can use the chat function. And I try to answer the question during the presentation, or the questions are answered at the end of the presentation. And another hint for you, the presentation is recorded. Okay, then it's your turn, Carsten.
Thank you, Franziska. Yeah, hello everyone from my side. In the next 20 minutes, I will show you the complete workflow from BIMQ to Revit, and a small one to the news in BIMQ 2.3. The first step, you have owners. The owner is the person or the organization what make an AER. Yes, in the first step. And we have here a project settings for this complete project. Is in English language. We have BIMQ 4 languagues, English, German, Norwegian, and French. It's very new in version 2.3. And we have an English guideline, and you can change the language for the user interface. Can another sign than the guideline language. Okay, you can check where is the participants from this guideline. You can two parts of project maker. The first are the owner, and the second are the clients. Clients, for example, actors. We have here the actors from this project, architects and structure engineers, and so on. And the project phases is the second. All phases you can see here. Also, project phases and use cases. And the use cases are very, very interesting, very new in BIM projects. You can change, you can add, you can delete all these use cases, and you have a matrix. For example, you can assign the use cases to project phases. This is the last step. You can make the requirements as an owner. Yeah. Okay, we have very small requirements. We have one use case in all project phases, and the phase what we can make here in this project, or what I show in this project, is the minimum requirements in project phase 1. The requirements are standardly in the database. The database is you can describe and structure the data. For example, what you will models, what you have elements, and what you have properties and level of geometries. These are the database, and what we need as a role from client, we have the requirements. We look in the requirements for this project, and we can see all models, all elements and properties and property sets for this project. For example, we have only 3 elements, not so big. This project is very small. We have walls, for example, we have slabs, and we have door. And the first, what you can do as a client, for example, you can table settings, interesting table settings for you. I will show a Revit, and I will show IFC 2x3 and IFC 4. And the second, what you can make is the requirements views. We can see here in an X, we see only in phase 1 we have requirements, or other we don't need it today. And I can show off inception phase and minimum requirements, and I select this option, and then we show only this what we want to see or change or make. Okay, what see we here? We have the element. This is an object. We have many types here: objects, properties, groups. Groups have especially for structure my information requirements. For example, I have the owner have a special property set, my own parameters and my own parameter. We have in first the objects, and we have the names mappings, special name mappings. Okay, what can doing with mappings? The first, we have a wall. This is the concept name in BIMQ. This is only a text for me. Yes. And I can say, okay, I am the owner. I can say the requirements for wall is for Revit, and we have here an italic word. Italic word is a standard category from Revit. It's the first thing from the Revit users. Yes, you can see all categories from the English Revit. Okay, the first. And the second is the mapping to IFC 2x3 or 4. For example, we look here in this point. This is very new. New in BIMQ 2.3. First is we have here a search functionality. For example, window, yes, and we can see all IFC classifications with the text string win. That's a very good idea. And the second is for all other predefined types and user-defined. We can make own user-defined types. This is new, and this version very special and very interesting for all. And when you more want about this classification, you can click to this link and BIMQ. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, not found. Then go here. It's a very good new. Okay, undefined. Small bug. We fix this in the next time. Okay, second is here. I show here. Yes, we have a special example for very directly classification. Yes, okay. The user say, or the owner say, wall user defined from owner outer wall, and we put 2 or more attributes to this element, and we can very fine define this object. Yes, okay. We have a property set common properties. You can see in background common properties is external, is a standard IFC property, and this must true. And the second is common properties load bearing must true. This is very new. You can select all property sets what you defined in BIMQ, and you can select all properties come from this property sets. And when you select things what you don't access, then we have here a green or green checkbox or a red question box for problems. Yes, you can add. You can very fine define. And this is very interesting for Revit access and model checker. Yes. As a very good for interface for this products. Okay, now the same or what is new for properties in older versions? We have here a hashtag, and this hashtag it's for example together with corrosion protection, together with EP set and so on. We have here an asterisk. An asterisk is an ordinary new thing. BIMQ takes this element from the P set underline XYZ common. Yes, from an common property set. We don't need we can we have to make here a property set or select the property set. It's new, and this this is not possible. Yes. Okay. The requirements, we have checkboxes for requirements. For example, this the owner say, okay, we need this and this, and we don't fire rating is external and so on. And this is the owner can make it for all elements. Here we have values for one property, yes, and the user must must use this values, only this values, not other or blank or other text string. Okay, this is the guideline, and the this guideline we can output in many things. For example, reports. I show you the report for the client. The client say, okay, what report is for me interesting? Is okay. The actor, the discipline model software is Revit, and interface is Ifc 2x3, and the inception phase 1. Okay. Small options, for example, show code, add used, and yes, okay. I generate a small PDF report. Okay, the logo is not in the right aspect ratio. Okay, we have here the actor, we have the discipline, we have the project phase. We have all use cases. Interesting for this document, project phases and use cases. Use cases detailed, yeah. And then come a list of objects, of all objects in all phases and all properties, and using the properties in. This is the object for this property. And then in the next page, we have detailed information requirements for all objects. For example, for wall, okay, we have for Ifc 2x3 technical capture 1 Ifc wall, and the Revit name is walls. Yes, okay. All these things can the client read, and or the BIM coordinator or the BIM constructor can use this. At the end of this document, we see the requirements for all parameters in a compact list. Also all description for all properties, name of property, description, and data type. It's very important for the interface for Revit and for Model Checker. Okay, this is the information part, and the next part, there are the software templates. For Revit, we have 3 software templates. I select Revit here, and I select the type. In type, we have shared parameter. You know, I think you know what is the shared parameter file. This is a shared parameter file. Then we have an Ifc mapping file. Ifc mapping file is a very, very important file for Revit, for the Revit exporter in topic PSET information for export from Revit in Ifc. Then we have the element parameters. Element parameters is a special file for a tool for Revit named AIR editor from CAD development. And the AIR definitions is not allowed today. I show only these 3 things. Interesting for shared parameters, you can select the objects. For Ifc mapping file, you can select the Ifc class interface format, and you can change the language when you want. Yes, you can use this guideline in English. You have the German BIM constructors for Revit. Then they can use the English version of the shared parameter file of Ifc mapping file. Okay, I have before the session, I have export all files I can show you. I go in another program, for example, the shared parameter file. This is a standard shared parameter file. I think you know what is here to see. It's interesting for the own parameters. We have an own parameter here in this my own parameters. This is new one. Also it's not standard in Ifc. It's my own parameter. What you don't see here are built-in parameter. Built-in parameter. I don't say it before. I show you a moment. We have standard categories in Revit, and we have standard parameters named built-in parameter. And the built-in parameter we have included in BIMQ. I show you, for example, here fire rating, for example, for walls. I think fire exit, not fire rating. No? Fire rating is included. This is a standard functionality from Revit, and we don't show this in the shared parameter file. Okay. The second was the PSET file. I don't know. You know this. Oh, it's a German version. Sorry. The English version is here. That's the English version. Here, my own parameter. This file described which parameter in Revit come in which places in the Ifc file. Very, very important thing. Okay, and the XML file from the elements I don't show is not so interesting. It's very, very IT specific. Okay, I show Revit, a small model, I know, and we have here the special tool, the AI editor, and I look what we can do for attributing in Revit. The standard method is you select manage and you select shared parameters, and here you select the right shared parameter file. This is this. And you can see all parameters what you defined in BIMQ. Own parameter, that's my own parameter, and so on. And the second, you have to make project parameters, and you have to add For example, add shared parameter file, select own parameter, and then and then and then. And then you have to make all classifications, also categories you wish to use to bind this parameter to object. And okay, this is a standard way in Revit. Yes. And the tool make a little better. For example, I select the door and I select IR editor tool, and we see only the parameter for this object. All parameter from BIMQ, what we define for this object, we see. And it's a very, very legend thing. Yes, we have select boxes. We have, I can check this as external and so on. We see the thermal transmissions, fire exit, handicap, and so weiter and so forth and so on, and apply these informations. And we see here in the object properties for object, and we can see here objects as for type. And fire rating is not okay. I give a fire rating from F60, and we look what says IR editor. Okay, IR editor can only reading this this parameter. Okay, a small thing, but it's not used. Okay, it's external and apply. Okay, the next step is I export. I will export this model to IFC. I start IFC, export about this functionality, IFC, and I select only one. All other as a property set is a tab, and we don't need any. Only this this checkbox we need for export to IFC, for correct export to IFC. I browse and I select my file, demo guideline pset. This is the right file, right document, and then I press OK and export. Okay. I have open model checker BIM collab zoom, and this is my file. I am making a new update reload model, and we can show, for example, the door pset, door common, own parameters, summary, and so on. All things what we have made in Revit, we see here in this file. The second, the wall. You look what. Yes. Pset wall common, pset and so weiter. Own parameter, my wall 1. And slab. The slab is interesting for Revit users. Here I have an predefined type. Yes, defined in BIMQ. I show what I mean. The slab is here, and slab is IFC entity. IFC slab floor is a special, and in Revit it's a special parameter. Also we have a special parameter. The notation is IFC export S, IFC slab floor, and about this parameter, Revit can select the right IFC class for export in IFC. And we can see here this, yeah, very good. And all other elements, I look another wall here. We don't have parameters, only the parameters what we give it in Revit, where they are out right out to the IFC model. Okay. this was my small presentation about the Revit interface, or the workflow from BIMQ to Revit. Do you have questions? There are questions?
From my side, there are no open questions. If you have further questions, you can, feel free to contact us. Now there's a question.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Can we please get a recording of this video? Yeah. You will get a recording. You will receive it per mail, but it can take probably 1 day until you receive it. Okay. Are there further questions? Okay. Okay. No further questions. So thank you for your participation. If you are interested in test access to BIMQ, you can contact us. And for today, we have planned further webinars. At 3 o'clock, we will show the workflow with Solibri, one time in German at 3 o'clock and at 4 o'clock in English. So thank you.
And until the end, you have the possibilities. You can try BIMQ. It's 14 days special test for client, and you can check all export functionalities for software, and the same for model checkers. It's free for 13 days. You go to the website and select English language, and you can input small informations, and then you can test and try it. Try it BIMQ, please. Okay, thank you from my side, and goodbye and a good week. Okay.
Goodbye. Thank you.